Be absolutely frank here, this has been a really bad week for Smash. And it's been a series of body blows for the Smash community. The hits have just kept on coming. Truly astonishing. So let's start from the top here. Ooh. This one right here is a doozy and it hurts to read. MKLeo, the best player of Smash Ultimate, unquestionably the GOAT, the all-time great player of this game that everyone would consistently agree is the best of the best. MKLeo, the winningest winning player, T1 has dropped him. If there's anyone that you want to see in the Smash community as a standard bearer for the scene, have a great sponsor, so he's treated well, the way that a top player of his caliber should, you want it to be MKLeo. And if MKLeo can't stick with a sponsor, that's a bad sign. That's already one bad news. And T1 completely leaving Smash with that. And not just that, but also Tweak, the best US American player, being dropped. Also one of the other that's in the conversation for top 3 of all-time best player of this game. The two faced off against each other in the one and only Evo that this game has ever had, in one of the most, probably still the most legendary grand final set. It's just a bad look when the top 2 players of your game, both of them back-to-back, become unsponsored. It really is not a good look for the game as a whole. So not just that, but also I even forgot about this one. You see, that's how you know it's getting bad. Basically, Steve has a game-breaking new tech where you can't combo him. Nobody can combo him, and nothing can be a true combo on him. He can just reversal you anytime and kill you with a phantom block. This led to Steve rapidly being banned all across the competitive Smash global scene, which it's never a good look to have a character banned in your game. And we'd also be lying with ourselves if we didn't say that this is the culmination of a lot of grief and anger towards not just Steve, but the entire Fighters Pass 2 with Smash Ultimate, and just the general DLC characters seeming to be one more egregious than the next. Also, again, Smash has never been a very balanced game. Historically, it does degenerate into one top tier, just ruining the entire game for everyone. This is Smash balancing for you, and I personally am of the belief that there's more counterplay to Steve than had yet been explored. But this tech truly does push it over the top, and he's banned. And it's not just that. You really also have to think about this. By Nintendo's urging they put in the game, Nintendo said, Minecraft on the Switch, and we're not gonna have Steve in Smash. Like, Sakurai, you're gonna be in fucking a gulag, the bottom of the ocean, if you don't put Steve into this game and make him the best character. You're going to Atlantis. And it's not like the Aquaman movies, let me tell you. And now the character's banned completely, and they're fucked. One, it just looks bad for a fighting game when a character is banned. It's usually seen as a very last resort. And for it to be this character at this particular timing, you have to admire the timing. This is all in the same week as this other shit, too. It's just a bad look. Okay, they never even banned fucking Brawl, Meta Knight, until like very late down the line, and Bayonetta, which she was never banned. I mean, canceling hitstone's pretty busted, but I'm just saying, think about how rarely it's happened even in Smash games. They banned wobbling and Melee, and it took them like 20 years just about, you know? This is worse than that. Just to summarize, the character in your game representing the singular most popular gaming franchise pretty much on the planet, Minecraft, is now banned competitively, can't be used. The top 2 best players get dropped from their tier 1 esports sponsors, T1 dropping MKLeo and TSM dropping Tweak respectively. Beyond the Summit, which is an 11-year-long running, very prestigious, generally well-paying event for the competitors for Smash, which is a big deal because there's not big prize pools in Smash generally, shuts down completely after 11 years, which they also ran Dota. FaZe Clan is going bankrupt. The Guard, another traditional sports-backed esports organization, is also shutting down. People are calling it the esports winter. And you also have to factor this into with the this was just in December, so only 2-3 months ago, that this fiasco of the Panda World Cup happened, which the short version is basically that the Panda Cup, which seems to be the most promising pretty much event ever in competitive Smash Ultimate history, an officially licensed by Nintendo competitive circuit with a final culminating, penultimate world championship a la the Capcom Cup, finally comes to Smash, real prize pools, Nintendo signs off. You have a legitimate esports organization that's interested and understands Smash, and the FGC backing it, organizing it, and like weeks before the shit's supposed to start, boom, not only is it canceled, the other competing World Cup for that year of Smash is canceled. So you have no Smash at Evo, no Smash World Cup, which was the other competing circuit and cup, and no Panda Cup. And then you wait 2 months later, MKLeo has no sponsor, Tweak has no sponsor, Steve banned, Beyond the Summit shutting down. It's really looking dire out here. And there's a lot of reasons to be concerned. for sure. All of this does sound like a pretty shit situation, and it objectively is. However, Smash has been here before. That's a fact. Melee specifically has definitely had to fight tooth and nail for every, inch of competitive legitimacy and stability that they've found. Marvel 3 definitely did not have any publisher or developer or IP holder support for a very, very long time. Very, very, very long time. To the point where Capcom could no longer even patch the game because they no longer held the rights to the Marvel characters. They lost the rights to the characters that, it's not their characters, but they couldn't even, touch them in a game. And Marvel 3 was in a very dark place for a while. The net code sucked, so when the pandemic came around, people had to take the parsec, yada yada. Why am I saying this to you? Because I believe that just like in 2013, when the Melee community rallied and found a way for them to have Smash at EVO and also help out, with a charity drive at the same time, I think that a similar path is available here for the Smash community should they wish to take it. I mean, I don't see another step forward other than this one, so let me just come out with it. Essentially, what I'm proposing to you, dear viewer, is that this here is called Vortex Gallery. This thing you're looking at on my screen, on your screen. Essentially, EVO, and they also confirmed this in the recent EVO lineup announcement, that if your game is not part of the official EVO announcement, not only will they let you have your tournament, like a community run version of your tournament at EVO, they will give you what you need to run that tournament. If you need streaming setups, they'll give it to you. If you want, anything you could need, they'll give it to you. And this is good because this is where, I'll even bring it up here, this is where Marvel 3 EVO was in 2022. And I remember because it was a very hype EVO. Magic Pickle Mexican, aka Sacktap, played out of his mind this whole tournament. But the point that I'm making is Marvel and Disney, they probably did not personally sign off on, the Marvel 3 Vortex Gallery EVO 2022 side tournament, I noticed this year when they announced Marvel 3, it had copyright, Marvel when they were announcing the game and showing footage of the game. That was definitely not the case here. And that's because this is a community-run side tournament. So what I'm suggesting is the Smash Ultimate community band together and organize their own EVO tournament via Vortex Gallery, a community-run Vortex Gallery official EVO side tournament. And not only do we do that, but we also establish a prize pool somehow, sure, to make sure that players are actually playing for something. Some kind of prize pool, whatever it's going to be. However, we should also match the prize pool or in some way tie an incentive for this to happen to charity. And my personal suggestion is, I feel like it's the most imminent one, and I'll also explain this position, is to pair it with a fundraiser for the victims of the Turkey-Syria earthquakes. And why do I say this? One, the main reason, it just helps people. People want to see this happen. It can and I believe, I hope will happen, but you can also just help out other people along the way and make the entire event more positive altogether. Two, it puts Nintendo into the worst possible position should they choose to take action against this tournament. And why do I say that? And why does that sound crass? But it's actually not, and I'll explain why. The reason that Nintendo had to ultimately change their position in 2013 is because they put themselves into a position of opposing not only a community-run tournament that the community barely earned for themselves and created for themselves, which is just ugly, no matter a corporation coming in to squash a community tournament, especially EVO, which is the tournament for every game, that every game has a finals at EVO, and no other Japanese game publisher is doing this but Nintendo. You're looking weird, Nintendo. But you're also in the position of going against charity. And it's not like, some people run marathons for charity. And it's not like if they get sick the day of the marathon, you don't give the money to the charity, right? So regardless of what happens here, the Smash community, I'm sure they have seen them raise money for amazing causes in the past. And this is a great opportunity to, one, have a very positive penultimate end of the year tournament that everyone in Smash wants to see. We deserve to have this game at another EVO for sure, because we've only had Smash Ultimate. For Smash Ultimate to only have appeared at one EVO 2019 is insanely fucked up and weird to think about. One. Two, it gives players and the entire community something to work towards and look forward to for the entire year. This entire last year, every other game, Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, they had not just one, but multiple tournaments capping off their year of competition, where people could compare against one another and say, he made top 8, he made top 50, whatever. The community loves and needs these things, and especially EVO, every community deserves to be represented at EVO. gives people something to look forward to and work towards the entire year that they're out here grinding. Ban Steve, whatever you guys want to do. Ban the tech is my personal opinion, even though it would be hard to enforce. I think that's more fair to everyone. Ultimately, I believe that if you look towards the past, we only have one real clear indicator here we can look to, which is that Smash at EVO 2013, even though Nintendo tried to stop it, eventually was allowed to go forward and was a success for the Smash community. I think it's fair to say that if Smash hadn't been at EVO 2013, it would have been in a much more precarious position today in terms of a competitive footing than if it hadn't been at EVO 2013. If I understand my EVO history and Melee history correctly, I'm not a Melee historian by any means, but it was a pretty significant and hype EVO, and it definitely gave the game a needed shot in the arm of hype and just legitimacy that it really was lacking and needing at that time. You have to look into the future and the current reality of where we are in the esports space to really understand why these companies are making these decisions and what awaits Smash as a whole in the future. We gotta be real with ourselves. I love Smash, but I am not particularly biased towards it like I see some of the Smash creators out here who primarily only play Smash the way that how I see them acting. That's not a bad thing. I just think this is why you need people from outside of your bubble to discuss these things. Why do I think that this is such an important thing for the Smash community to work towards? Because other than the other things which I said, primarily being that, one, the Smash community has demonstrated an incredible ability to raise money for charity in the past, and here's a great opportunity to not only help their own community, but also to help a very, very hurting human rights catastrophe at the same time. Which I don't understand how anyone could possibly be opposed to that. And regardless of what happens with the tournament itself, the Smash community, I'm sure, will be happy to, in the name of Smash,
this is Super Smash Brothers Melee!
Raise money to raise the profile of this EVO side tournament. Now, this is something that I know Smashers don't like to hear, but I think this is a crystal clear example of why it's very important for the Smash community, at least the non-Melee, like current game Smash scene, modern Smash scene, to be a little more under the fighting game umbrella. Because what the fighting game community umbrella offers a Smash Ultimate scene that is currently lacking is stability. Stability and a little bit of cohesion. Because even though the Smash community always does find a way, they are very scrappy, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be such a up in the air thing every time. I'm not saying that, oh, if the Smash community had been more close to fighting game community scene, we would have had Smash at EVO. No, that was purely on Nintendo. The organizer, Rick the Hotto T-Hair, said that in an interview that obviously they want Smash. It's got the most eyes of any fighting game, basically. Why wouldn't we want Smash? You have to be stupid as an organizer to not have Smash at your event. It's 2023. Coming out this year, we have Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and now confirmed in an investor call by the CEO of Warner Brothers Entertainment, Mortal Kombat 12. So you have three mainline, huge, massive game releases. It's never really been the case that the new mainline Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat all come out in the same year. And not only that, that in and of itself is crazy and is going to make Smash be a big competition to Smash, although maybe it could have some overflow, you know. But these are Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat 12 yet, so I can't comment, but NetherRealms usually is pretty good graphically. Nintendo, for whatever their reservations, after a certain point, they have to realize that they have a game on their hands which ultimately only has enduring sales, meaning that people continue to buy it after the first week, the first year, the first month, not just because of the DLC, but because the level of play and what people are able to do and discover with characters changes and evolves over time, and it makes the game. That's why Multiverses had a 99% player fall off and people still play Smash, because there's a depth of gameplay there. It is a well-made, crafted game with a lot of fighting game know-how in it. There is a logic, albeit a kooky one at times, to the characters move differently. They have different weights, they have different gravities, they have a much more depth of... What's up? Multiverses doesn't have the depth that Smash does, and that's why the community didn't stick around. However, if that community is there and you have so many eyes watching the game and butts in seats playing the game, you can't just ignore that forever. And I would like to make a shout out, one small shout out here, to the homie T3 Dom, bright man, good man, the best Vampire Slayer. Smash Ultimate has survived a pandemic, and many of the top competitors and talent were canceled. SoCal itself suffered the loss of 2GG, and despite that, it's been thriving. The game has gone through up and downs, and I think this is just another temporary low. So I actually agree. I actually agree with this. However, I do think that it's really necessary to have Smash at EVO. This whole new generation of fighting games being played, experienced, seen by people at EVO, and just that being part of that event, it to me is very symbolically important that Smash Ultimate, it needs to be at EVO. It needs to be at EVO. And it can be done through the Vortex Gallery. And not only can it be done, if you think about the magnitude of good that can be done through it, in terms of, like I said, raising money for charity for an entirely different group, victims of the Turkey Syria earthquakes, the Smash community will definitely raise a lot of money for that community. They've shown it already with the breast cancer research fundraiser in 2013, and the Smash community was much smaller back then. This is also a time for the Ultimate community to really earn their medal, because the Melee people always talk down on them and say, oh, you guys don't care about your game, you guys, you never fought for the game, you had it all handed to you by Nintendo, blah blah, you know, the Melee people had to go to school uphill both ways in the snow, blah blah. That was the Melee community rallying together for their game and turning up to help aid breast cancer research. So what if Smash Ultimate players turn up to help not only their community, not only give their community an EVO Grand Finals that they deserve, a true send-off for Smash Ultimate that we never got. Because we didn't have EVO last year, we didn't have Panda World Cup, we didn't have a Smash World Tour, and now this year we don't have any of those things either. So we need and deserve to have, for this game, a penultimate last EVO, amazing hype EVO. Even if it's a side tournament, be the hypest fucking side tournament that EVO's ever seen. The hypest, biggest in EVO history for Smash Ultimate. Why not? Why not? Also, turn up for victims of the Turkey Syria earthquakes. These are such good things that they can help one another. And I think you understand how not only is it more motivating, overall cause of just having Smash EVO, it makes the entire cause much easier and better to support overall. Because now you're not just helping the Smash community, you're also helping these people that genuinely really need help at this moment, you know? That's my piece. That's my piece. TLDR, it's been a really tough month. Let's be honest, tough 4 months for Smash. And the hits just keep on coming. However, I think that it is still possible to end this year on a high note and give the Smash community something to look forward to and grind towards, and a reason to want to get better and improve all year. Let's send off Smash Ultimate with the greatest fucking side tournament in EVO history, and also help a bunch of other people in this world that really need the help. That the Smash community can help for the good of the world and for the good of the name of their game and their community. I don't see another opportunity that Smash Ultimate will have to have a global competition like this, with all the best players being there. I don't see it happening other than at EVO. And I don't see how Smash Ultimate continues to stay relevant throughout this year as Street Fighter 6 drops and people are getting obsessed with that game, Tekken 8, and all the other crazy games coming out. Why would people want to play Smash when Capcom's putting up $1 million for Street Fighter 6? And esports is just tech in general is going through a really tough time, but esports is really firing people left and right. So at the end of the day, to me, it's pretty simple. Marvel 3 got into Vortex Gallery as an amazingly hyped side tournament. As a Marvel 3 player, foremost, not a watcher, a player, I was very happy with the tournament that we got at EVO 2022 for Marvel. And that was a community fought for and earned tournament and run tournament, and it was an amazing tournament. There's no reason why Smash Ultimate cannot have the exact same thing for 2023. And in my mind, it's something that it needs to happen. It needs to happen for the good of the world, for the good of the Smash community. To lift the community's head up a little bit after this really tough, shitty stretch of multiple pieces of bad news. There's no reason. The EVO people said they will help us run the tournament. They'll give us what we need to run the tournament. All we have to do is band together as a community, as difficult as it is for the Smash community to do that, to find that the people who are able and willing to do it and make a fucking crazy, amazing EVO side tournament happen. Ludwig, get in there, gas the fucking prize pool up. Also throw some money towards Doctors Without Borders. Let's say Doctors Without Borders, right? Ludwig, get in there, throw some money towards the prize pool. Also throw some money toward Doctors Without Borders. Now you're looking at a really fucking amazing event here, right? So I don't know. In my mind, it makes perfect sense, the necessity of this, and that's why I'm making this video. I really think it needs to happen. I think it needs to happen for multiple reasons. And I hope that's clear through what I've communicated here. So thanks, folks. See ya.